guys.
Hi, squirrel time.
Let's go take a
that
look at
pretty
Squirrel.
pink squirrel.
Hey, Squirrel.
Yeah.
It's almost as big as a house.
What's in his
I'm sorry, what about
too?
AC/DC?
AC/DC is the name of the forehead. He actually looks a little bit more reasonable now, I'll be honest, than what he used to look like.
No, it's just a big general head.
Yeah. General
Oh,
head.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Could I ask you something, lad? What did you set as your regular chip? Huh? You forgot! Regular system.
She does not look any better. Well,
That's a
That's
girl?
a guy. That's a boy.
That's totally boy face.
Regular
That is a
system.
boy face.
Lets you
I'm sorry, I
designate
thought
what
everyone
chip
said
as-
gender's dead.
Gender is dead. but
What?
That's,
That's the
boy face.
second time tonight.
I think the reason I keep saying this is because there's a National Geographic with the cover story that just says the end of gender.
Okay.
So that's why I
I like it.
There's an item. Call the regular.
I'm game.
I mean, Goji does identify as a male.
No,
So-
you identify
And I'm
Goji
a
as
lady
male.
man lady.
You're a lady male lady?
Lady man lady. Excuse me. Proper term for it.
Oh my god. I'm Rick.
That's what it says on the document
John.
papers.
Yep.
Ben.
I'm sensitive to people who feel however they feel about things. I think everyone should be allowed to feel however they feel about whatever they want to feel.
I'm sensitive in my stomach.
I'm also sensitive there. But I feel like and I get so here's the thing. I've said this to people and people have told me this is an insensitive way to think.
Uh-oh.
So I'm genuinely being vulnerable
Hey,
right now and asking a question.
You think
Okay.
this lady's gonna?
butts.
You think this lady's gonna be pretty good at teaching me how to bust viruses?
She looks like she will.
I feel like I should ask her about
Um,
busting.
So I don't
I'll tell you all about busting.
I get that there are
Oh.
certain conditions that can happen. Wow. Okay, fair enough.
Oh.
Virus busting is when you jack your pet into a virus.
Yeah.
Infected Machine. Infected Machine
That's
is the name
even
of
worse.
my metal band from high
Ooh, that'd
school.
be good.
That's awesome.
Sorry.
No, but really.
Jacking in means sending your Navi into a machine, finding viruses and fighting it. That's
Poor
how you delete
Navi.
viruses. I'm planning to become a school teacher someday. Oh, hell yeah.
Did I do a good job?
Oh, you did. You do the best jobs, girl.
Listen, look at these awesome giraffe
That's pretty
bushes. That's pretty cool.
I really want to hear
Anyway,
John's offensive
yeah,
story.
sorry. I
Oh,
didn't mean to
yeah,
interrupt.
John's
That was
offensive
just
story.
like... Oh,
Yay.
Yai's house.
Okay. So basically maybe I don't know if I want to talk about it.
Well, you...
Did I make you feel bad?
You're going to give
No,
everyone
it's-
internet digital blue balls? Or
This is
BLUBL, like S, how they'd spell it here,
okay,
probably?
So, disclaimer, this was my ignorant understanding as of maybe 3 or 4 years ago, right?
Okay.
But when I was like, I don't get like how people can just wake up one day and be like, well, I'm sure it's not a wake up one day, but they're
That's
like,
the first step right there. Saying
Right.
it's not
Right.
just wake up one
Right.
day.
you say, I'm a woman, right? So like,
okay.
I'm okay with identifying as different things and understanding different things, but
No.
there needs to be a different terminology because in nature, if we're talking about animals, if we're talking about cats, or let's say we're
Yeah.
talking about whatever, it's either a male or a female, right?
Right.
Biologically, if penis, then male. In extremely rare, like 0.001 cases, there's a mutation where there are
hermaphroditism.
multiple genitalia on the same animal.
Yeah.
Fine. Excluding that, in nature, if penis, then male, else
Yeah.
female. Correct?
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
No.
That still apply. Well, unless it's like a weird thing with a cloaca. Fine. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Like,
Just to be, just
let's
cover
use
bases.
bears as an example.
I don't think that... I
The
don't think there's
sexiest of the animals.
Right. I'm
What
just
the
saying
fuck is all this?
bears are always objectively male or female. Always. Unless, again, excluding mutations of hermaphrodism.
Right.
Bears are always male or female. When a scientist studies a bear, that's like one of the first things they catalog. Right?
First, they look for bear balls.
That applies to human beings. Whether people like it or not, it applies to human beings. I can't
And
decide.
the very basic,
I hate
like
to
your
interrupt
general
again.
body.
I
Yes.
apologize, guys.
Yes,
But
There's so many electrical store.
he's right.
so many electric.
You guys
many
are in the
electrical
game
store.
equivalent of Akihabara.
God
I mean,
please
when
continue.
you're comparing animals to humans though, like our brains are
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say,
much
that's my
more
main thing, too.
complicated
That's fine.
and chemically work on a different level.
And
than
this is
animals.
where I
Yeah.
get to an uncomfortable place. All humans, minus the hermaphroditic mutation, which does occasionally happen, but it's a very, very, very small
Okay,
percentage
get
of
off
the
the
time.
hermaphroditism again.
Yeah, just this.
Right, you guys
Spit
get
it
it.
out.
You guys get it.
There are exceptions. to
All
every rule,
humans
we
are
got it.
born with either a penis or a vagina. Right?
Okay. Yes.
Right?
Well. Yes. Yeah.
So you can't say that if you are born with a penis that you're not biologically male. You cannot.
I mean,
You can say I feel like I'm a female in my brain
Here's what I think you might
or
be
in
mixing
my
up.
heart, but biologically, if you were a cadaver found on the side of the road by a scientist, they would be like male specimen found.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
sorry.
No,
It's
no,
true.
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
I don't think there's any
I think what's
argument
happening is-
biologically speaking.
Yeah.
I think you might be
That's the
mixing
thing.
up male and female versus man and woman, which are different.
Right.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll accept that. I'll accept that. And again, I've come actually a long way on this. I actually don't have a problem with transgender people. I never have, but especially now, I can understand that.
There's just like a part of your brain that
hold
just
anything
like
against them.
malfunctions.
But
when you
yeah,
get
it's
to
kind of like a
certain
part of my
point.
brain that just doesn't get it. And maybe it's because I'm totally, average white hetero male. You know what I mean? But like,
1 hour later.
I'm trying to understand and I find it difficult. And this
All right.
this is the argument I made to try and express my point
Yeah.
that really offended someone. So I'm sorry if this offends you. I'm actually just trying to understand. But what if I was born
Uh-huh.
and I really decided that in my heart of hearts,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I'm a dragon.
That's
But
called-
biologically, I'm not a dragon.
Here's my thing.
Stop, hold on.
Okay.
Biologically, I'm clearly not a dragon. Right?
If-
But if I decide that I think in my heart of hearts, my real true feeling is that I am a dragon, why should society indulge that? Because I'm not a dragon.
Because there's
and no
probably-
amount of surgery or hormones is going to make me a dragon.
Because there's a hole that you could
Because
probably
that's
jack
a
into.
Dragon and
Thanks for that. Rick.
You're welcome. It's covered
And
in
I'm-
dust you can't
Again,
jack in right
I'm
now.
really
I really
not.
like-
Here's the thing,
this is
John.
probably really
this is-
bad.
this
You
is
should
the
probably
same-
just edit out my entire
this is-
track
this
of
is
this
the-
whole episode.
I think it's mainly
I'm
that-
trying to understand.
Yes, I know. So
This is
here's
the
the thing.
same-
You're saying dragon. I think it's that you start thinking about it in these really weird extremes. You keep talking about it in these
Yeah.
like very strange extremes. And
Here's
This
a
is-
different thing. Fine.
This is hang on. This is the same as when people say if we start letting men marry other men, soon they'll be marrying their dogs.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not- okay.
No,
That
but
is
it sounds
exactly
like
the
that
same
because
thing
I
that
agree
you're
with Rick. That's
comparing to,
immediately
though.
what I heard. Is like you're being ridiculous.
You're
Okay,
comparing
fine.
someone feeling like a different gender.
The actual
versus feeling
example
like
I
an animal.
used, of course, is race. Because if I'm born as a white male,
Uh-huh.
but I feel like I'm more of an Asian male.
Again, though, you're
Hold on,
confusing
stop.
sex
No,
and
I'm
gender.
not. No,
Yes,
I'm not.
you are.
No, I'm not.
Sex
Listen.
and gender is a different thing.
It is a different thing.
They're completely different.
Okay, that's fine. Well, actually, no, they're not, right? So
No,
my
they
point,
are different.
No, they are. That's
They are now, but they weren't 100 years ago.
No, they have
Oh
always
my god!
been
And also,
different.
100 years ago, guess what? I was property.
That's true.
That's true. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm trying to understand it.
You still
Right?
are property of the D-pad, but that's a different
Also-
thing
Humans
entirely.
are
hold
the
on.
only animal in which sex and gender are different.
100 years ago, though, this still happened. People just
Just
didn't
didn't
Talk
Yeah.
about it. I'm
Yeah.
totally aware. Again, I'm putting myself out there actually right now because I realize how ignorant I'm probably sounding, but I'm more trying
Whoa,
to get
what the fuck?
a better
I was gonna say,
understanding
it's better
of it.
that you actually attempt to understand
Yeah.
than just
I'm
sit
actually
there
this
and
is totally
in your own
I have
mind.
friends who are transgender and I have zero problem with them, honestly. I know that's like the number one thing you can say. I'm not racist, I have a black friend, but I actually do. Like
have a black friend.
and a transgender friend. I'm just like I'm the best. But I'm trying to understand the nuances of this better, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So,
to me,
what's
it
the-
sounds like I don't know. It sounds to me like you're just thinking about it too much. Like if somebody's, it just. To me, the thing is, if you are literally born with a penis and you sit there and I'm like, yeah, they're like, yeah, but
Yeah, but it feels
no,
wrong.
It's not like that's not
Yeah.
mine. That
Yeah.
doesn't feel like it's mine. Okay, so sorry, but to
And
me,
I do
okay,
get that.
then you're female.
And at the end of the day,
Fine.
that's what wins. And anyone I believe more than anything else, people should be allowed to do what they want. I genuinely do. That's
Yeah.
as long as it's like the Wiccan rule of 3 or whatever it is. Like do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. But if you hurt someone, it should come back to you threefold.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I genuinely actually think that's a pretty great way to live. It's basically the golden rule, but a little different, right? Like people should be allowed to do whatever they want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody.
Uh-huh.
Right? But how come people aren't being born who identify as Asian when they're white? What is the difference?
Genetics.
Yeah.
No, stop.
No, it's
Genetically-
entirely genetics.
Biologically, a person who identifies as a woman might be male.
But that's different. That's a
No,
different
why is it different? Why can't we have the same thing in race?
because
I'm serious. I might be born as a biological white male, but in my heart, I know I'm an Asian.
race.
Why
Yeah,
isn't
but
that a
that's
thing that
gonna-
gender,
happens?
race and gender are biologically totally different.
They
Yeah.
are, but there's plenty of stuff
No,
like
race
No,
is
no, but
literally a
one
laundry
will-
list
one-
of your heredit. I can't remember the word off the top of my head. Your descendants, I guess. You're
well, the
not.
example that comes to mind is Michael Jackson, which is a whole different thing.
That is totally
Yeah, but
unrelated.
the thing is, like, that's much
That was a
more.
skin
That is.
condition.
I'm sorry. That's also
No,
like.
that was a skin disease.
Also,
It's a thing. Your skin becomes marbled.
Maybe, like he might be. That's one interpretation of what happened with him. He's not a
No.
great example, right? Because it's such a
It's not
loaded
an interpretation. That's what happened.
one. But do you see my point? Why is it that when someone is born as a biological male but then decides to be a woman when they're older, that's fine? But why don't some people who are born as biological white people decide that they are Asian later in life? Why can't that happen? Why I don't see why that's not a parallel.
Part of
Well-
it is
And it's not a decide. You're right. I'm using the wrong terminology. Discover, maybe, right?
Well-
because I agree that it's not a choice. I'm not implying it is. So forgive my grammar, right?
there's-
So someone born as a biological male might discover that they are in fact actually a woman in their heart, or whatever you want to call it. What does that happen with race?
I mean,
Could it? Would we accept it if it did?
That's
I
a,
wouldn't consider it the same because I feel like that would be. I feel like a lot of the time that would be like a kind of more. That would actually go into more. A lot of the times how you're raised, what you like. I feel like it's just a little bit different.
Chemically,
Like,
brain
it's just
chemically,
yeah. It is
male
different.
and female brains work differently.
Yeah, like,
chemically,
literally
white
it's-
and Asian brains don't work differently.
Yeah.
Do you
Sorry.
believe that people born as biological males who later identify as females have the brain of a female?
yes,
Chemically, yes.
testosterone and
Yes.
estrogen.
Yes.
Like you get.
But if
Um,
they are chemically altered by society, sure. But if
No.
Well, no, that's
No,
what's.
No, that's.
But I'm do you think that like in the medical books, right?
Uh-huh.
Someone an untreated person who is born as a male and
God, there's a study I read on this.
identifies as a female,
Uh-huh.
is their brain chemistry actually closer to that of a biological female
Yes.
Yes.
than
Yeah.
it is to
Yeah,
a
it is.
biological male? Is
Yes.
that actually been
It can happen,
proven?
yes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to find the thing.
There are people who have.
there's a-
Everyone's got different
That's
levels
my-
of testosterone and estrogen
Yeah.
that do alter, where you are on the overall
Okay,
scale. I guess.
how about this though?
Or scales.
I
not
have a
necessarily
severe
binary, but-
thyroid disorder, and at various times in my life, I've had low testosterone.
Okay.
That in no way at any time did it ever make me feel not like a male.
Okay.
But just
So you
having low
can't equate it
testosterone
to one
doesn't-
or the other.
You also
It's
didn't
not just
necessarily
the chemicals
have a large
deciding.
enough difference for that to have been.
Just having low testosterone is not the way that a female brain works.
Right. It's way more to it than that. Like it's a very basic, like single
Here's the
facet
issue,
of the
is,
whole
like-
thing.
And again, this probably I really do apologize. This is never meant. This episode is never. My comments here are not intended to offend anyone. I really am trying to understand more about the science
Wow,
of
he's
it
getting called to work
and what
again.
it's actually like. I really am sorry if I'm offending anyone. I'm not trying to. It is from a place of genuine desire to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's already really risky to be talking about this at all, and I'm sorry. But I'm genuinely curious, and I want to learn more about it so I can better understand and better help. So,
I mean,
and it doesn't
Hey,
really
go to
matter
Planned
if the
Parenthood
brain
while it
is
still
chemically different
exists.
Or not. What's
oh
that?
boy.
Go to Planned Parenthood while it still exists.
I'm gonna say. I mean,
Yeah, right.
I feel like
Only a few more months.
I feel like the simplest and best way to help is just to.
To support, and I do.
I mean, not even that, but just like. I'm gonna say and then I'm gonna explain because it sounds like the opposite of what I mean, but like to not care, but not don't care about those people, but like don't let that be affecting your thoughts or judgments of people of like what they are, what they feel like they are.
No, absolutely. One of the reasons is that someone I met through a professional endeavor
You know.
doesn't identify as anything, from what I can tell.
Okay.
Neither male nor female.
Okay.
And it's caused a bit of confusion among different people I've worked with because no one knows how to properly address this person.
Okay.
And
Well,
so
just ask.
I'm trying to understand. Well, and we use the word they or we use their name.
That's fine.
That's all we do. That's the official policy.
Okay.
And I just want to learn more about that. Maybe because it is foreign to me and I struggle to understand it. But I'm curious about learning more about the whole
first
thing.
Part, who
They
is
don't
this
identify
person?
as male or female.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So again, no one
Yeah, it would
the
normally be
place
they or
I
them,
used to
yeah.
work knows how to identify this person, and it's caused some confusion. And people, well-meaning people, will say the wrong thing, and cause a little bit of friction. You know.
Yeah, but I feel like in those situations,
Yeah, and ideally, the person
Basically,
who
it's
doesn't
like-
identify as anything is cool enough about it to be like,
Yeah.
oh, just so you know.
a genuine
it's
mistake is a
already-
genuine mistake.
Exactly.
I get called like dude all the time, literally.
Yeah, dude. So,
But
again,
it's if you
this has
blatantly
gotten really
refuse
heavy, and I feel
to-
bad. I feel like
it's when
I've
you
said some mean
blatantly
things, but I haven't,
refuse
or I've been trying
to
not
respect
Oop, gotta go.
how somebody feels.
That's a good point, and that's not something I would ever do. It's more this conversation is coming from a genuine desire to understand.
Yeah, you sound more like you're interested in like what the actual science and like studies have been saying about this kind of thing, not
Yeah.
like judging people based on how they are.
Yeah, and I believe it's a real thing. There's a couple of different things that point to different studies
just-
and different phenomena.
Just
that have,
why does this happen?
Yeah, it's more like a why.
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
I would be very curious if there were any science that pointed to.
From what I understand, the science behind it, and it is that a transgendered person's brain functions that of their identified gender.
That's awesome, and that's really cool, and I'm interested in that.
I couldn't explain to you how or why, but that's
My
what I've
question
read.
to
and
you then is
Wow.
whatever that is.
I'm sorry.
That's
hang
not a
on.
great face.
Fucking sock face over here.
Oh, he's a Muppet.
He identifies as a potato. My question to you then
yeah,
is that if in humans, a specimen born whose brain spontaneously has the chemistry of one gender, but whose genitalia match another gender, does that happen in animals? I'm genuinely curious.
No, that
And
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know
yes
if it
and
happens
no.
in animals. You're also talking about a much simpler
Completely,
brain
yeah.
function in animals. So I don't know if that's a great
suppose
comparison.
I mean,
to make.
we've learned
chimps.
over time that there's animals
yeah,
that have false
I don't
genitalia, for
really
one,
know.
like hyenas. Hyena females have penises.
It's
or
also
fake
difficult
penises.
to communicate with
No,
animals.
they
so-
have
There's
engorged
also-
clitorati that
Well, yeah.
they birth through.
They
but
use them-
They function.
They use them to fake penises to ward off males that they have no interest in.
That's awesome.
Wait, what is this?
Hyenas
didn't
are
know that.
Female
shit.
hyenas. There's also
I love them.
Hyenas give birth through an engorged clitoris, but they also apparently have fake penises.
there's also I mean, we have evidence of gay animals at this point now too.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
so it's very, very likely that there are, but it's hard to.
It's harder to prove because
I mean,
animals can't
there's-
talk. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, there are animals that assert dominance in ways that we're still sort of sorting out that may have something to do with
I mean,
that as well.
Like we just said, 100 years ago, we were that much more primitive that people now think that this didn't happen, but it's just that people kept it quiet. Now you're talking about going even more primitive to the animal kingdom, and it's like, well,
Yeah, it's more from a scientific desire to understand. you
Yeah.
know?
Weird.
Anyway, well,
I mean,
I'm really sorry. I feel
would
like
say go to the library because they're gonna have a lot more scientific journals with a lot more knowledge than
I'm
any
sorry.
of us
What's a
have.
library? Do you mean Google?
Oh my God, people use libraries.
So yeah, so I hope I haven't brought the mood
Wikipedia.
down or offended anyone. I hope that sounded like an earnest interest in discovering more
Or
information.
honestly, if anybody has like any great links, because
Yeah, if anyone in the comments can
that'd be
give me
fucking
more
awesome.
information, it's from a desire to learn. It's in no way a desire to judge or question anybody. I believe I believe entirely that people should be allowed to do whatever they want to do as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. I had to write a philosophy paper once. Oh God, this is not related. Unrelated.
Ooh, I like the new subway setup. This is
Completely
cool.
unrelated. I had to write a philosophy paper once on the case. You guys probably heard about this. In Germany, someone went on Craigslist and said, I want to eat a person.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yep.
And someone responded and said, I would like to be eaten.
Yeah, they made a
And-
joke about this on the IT crowd.
Yep, I remember that. That was a great episode.
And,
I like that a lot.
Such a good show.
Should that be allowed or not?
What? Fucking.
Oh, man.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh,
Hang on a
Yes.
second, folks.
We'll have to do
Okay, we fixed it.
so many tech problems.
So there's some
it's like we're her
issues-
microwave.
There's some issue. Yeah, there's some issues with the Retron, I guess. So basically,
No, hold on. with all of the Retrons.
Yeah,
we
we
have
have
three
three
fucking Retrons
stacked
on top of each
other.
other,
Yep.
trying to get this shit to work.
Oh, you're stacking them. Well, no wonder you can't put them on top of each other. They get stressed out.
It's the equivalent of crossing
They
streams.
need some personal space.
Hilariously, this system seems to have a lot of issue with save states, but not with the actual regular game saves. We're just going to treat it like a regular game in terms of the game saves, I guess, and roll with it like that, and hopefully it'll be all good.
False!
It's a salsa.
Did it say? No, that was damn.
Ugh.
Never mind.
Did it say
Counter
damn?
hit. Ooh, I'm gonna eat a piece of steak.
Cool.
Just a little one.
You gonna do a teeny weeny
Remember, I didn't have dinner when you guys had dinner. I had like a
I
little
know,
cup of
you had a
soup.
cup of soup. I saw it.
There we go.
I knows it.
I don't want Lindsay to judge me. I always
I
feel bad when Lindsay
do.
judges me.
So apologies.
She's always like, "Oh, you're eating again." Sad look at my stomach, back up to my eyes.
Wow.
Frown. We've been down this road so many times.
So many times, and every single time I say, John, that has literally never happened. This is all in your head.
Doesn't matter.
No.
You're the closest thing to a
Whoa,
female
you
here.
tell him
I'm
that?
going to imagine you're judging me.
You tell him that in his own imagination. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, actually, it's really fucked up. So I don't say it out loud. I say it so literally only he can hear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm
kind of
like-
amazing.
I'm
You don't even
really-
think it, and I'm the only one who can hear it. It's kind of incredible, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like
Literally
Xavier who doesn't know what he's
unbelievable.
doing.
I'm like,
You're
I'm,
unbelievable. Oh!
Good work, everybody. Here I go again.
Oh, that guy's dead. Killer. Navi.
Oh, who is it? Who
A
had got-
black Navi.
Oh, maybe he's a productive member of Navi society. Let's not jump to conclusions. Maybe that guy just had a stroke.
Oh boy. Well,
oh God, this episode. Jeez.
Welcome to the controversial Let's Play.
oh, it's
Yeah,
no
this
good
has
he's
been one of our
gone.
heaviest in a while.
Jeez.
Two episodes into Battle Network 4, and we've covered everything.
Area grab ass. A black Navi ran in here from ACDC 3.
Jesus.
Oh, my
Rick, go
God.
hunt down that African American.
Okay, what do we want to? Do you want to jump into religion now? Is that our
Oh,
next?
God.
Religion
Please
is just
no.
a shallow attempt at the human
Religion.
psyche to cover for the abstract nothingness of death. Next.
Jesus. So, hope
Actually,
everyone had such a great
Yeah, I'm good
New
with that
Year.
one. Yeah,
All right.
I'm fine with that one.
Get on it. Get up.
Once again, back is the incredible.
Get on it. Get up.
Once again, back is the incredible.